Hello travelers, Dr. Awah here again. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'll be taking you to Bimbia and showing you everything you need to know about this historic site. But first, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos.
We got to Mabeta Park on our way to Bimbia, and a guy just told us that our car is too low. If you're coming here, make sure your car is not too low. You need a car that is a little bit up, okay?
My first time visiting the slave trade site, but this time around I decided to document my experience and take you along with me. Bimbia is a few kilometers away from Limbe. It was the main site during the slave trade as it was a main port of exit for slaves. Our journey to Bimbia was not a smooth one. First of all, there are several means through which you can get to Bimbia. Either you take a public transport or you go with your car, or better still, you can hire a bike to take you there.
Yes, go that way. You remember at the beginning of this trip, we told you if you have a low car, don't come here. This is what we were talking about. Exactly. You see, we are stuck and we haven't even started the journey. Yeah. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe like a road to a major tourist attraction in Cameroon and it's not accessible. Like, see, look at the road. Look at the road. This is the road leading to Bimbia.
Note, the road to Bimbia is extremely bad, so if you're going with your car, make sure it's an SUV.
We're right here at troughs Junction. If you look on my left, this is one of the very first slaves to be set free. We are heading towards the historic slave trade site. And like I said earlier, this is one of the very first slaves to be set free. So guys, if you look at our car over there, this is where our car ends. This is as far as our car can get because it's too low, and so we are going to be heading to the council vehicle, and that vehicle will be taking us from here all the way to the historic slave trade site. Once more, we are going to get into this vehicle, myself and my team, and it will take us to the site where I'll bring you guys the footages of Bimbia, the historic slave trade site in Cameroon. So guys, join me as I get into the car that takes us to our destination. Okay? Okay guys, we just got in here at the historic slave trade site of Bimbia. This is run by the Ministry of Tourism. Like you can see the historic slave trade market. This is where they usually bring the slaves and sell the slaves. I'm going to be giving you guys more information about that with our tour guide.
Bimbia is one of those places that always gets people emotional each time they visit, especially African Americans due to its tragic past.
We are right here at the historic slave trade site here in Bimbia, and I have here with me Bimbi. He's going to be our tour guide for today, giving us a lot of information and telling you guys what this place is all about. So Bimbi, it's up to you. It's over to you.
Okay, my name is Bimbi. Okay. Now, this place was found by Awah during the fishing. When they were actually thinking that maybe the place was the end. Now they see they call the Bimbia people the Isu people. Isu means the end. And the language speaker will call it Isubu language. Now when they have a son called Bela. Bela also have 3 children, Ngombe, Ngulu, and Lusenge. The first son of Bela was called Ngombe, who found the first village called Bonangombe. And the second Ngulu found the second village called Bonangulu, who actually called today Jikolo. And the third, the girl, Lusenge, was married in Douala to King Kwan. And then Lusenge have 2 children, 2 boys. One boy was called Bile and the other one Makaka. The first son, Bile, found the third village called Bonabile. That's the 3 villages who make Bimbia. And also the Bimbia slavery site was found around 1987 after the abolition of slavery. The people of Bimbia decided to found the site, but actually after the discovery of this particular area, some people was against that maybe what happened here was an abomination. They have to forget about the site. Right to 2008, where the former mayor of the Limbe Tree Council, Mr. Sam Mukati, and the former general manager of CDC, the late Mr. Njalakwan, they decided to found this site. Now we found this place on the 26th of June 2008. And since we found this place, we call that the Bimbia slavery site is the biggest site. That's why we have 47 hectares of land. Even those bamboo you find here, those bamboo were also planted during that period. While some plantation were based here, banana plantains and palms. They were just using those bamboo to support their crops, so that we cannot throw the banana downs. And also the Europeans started the trade with American Indians. These kind of Indians are very weak and stubborn. They cannot work for long. They cannot also resist malaria. Now we have a bishop called Bartolome de la Casa. Bartolome said to the Pope that they should release the Indians. But what can give exchange of those Indians is Africa, the black, because they are not human. But the Pope was not too satisfied. We also have another bishop called Joseph Lebois. Joseph Lebois said to the Pope that black people that have been punished by God, and smoke coming from hell made them to be turned black. Also, wow, they should leave the Indian, but they should go to Africa, so that black people that are strong, they can work for long.
Okay.
Normally, when they came to Africa, they made strong people, huge men. But Africa was also well organized. That's why they disorganized Africa. They created tribal war. It also during the tribal war, many people was captured. And some of those captives was carried straight to Bimbia. They came to slavery. Also, some other people came here just by that because they told them that they needed to work here at Bimbia to come and walk around the plantation. So normally, when they found that the people were also captured. Even some chiefs were also captured because they won't say that, but what is happening in Bimbia? Why people keeping going to Bimbia, but nobody is returning to come and testify something there? Let's go and find out. But normally, when the chief also found that Bimbia, the chief were also captured. Yeah, Bimbia, they needed strong slave and intelligent slave. It means that if you're not strong, you're not intelligent, they call the type of slave rejected slave. But you're not free. Those rejected one occupy the plantation base at Bimbia. Banana plantains and palms, and also the oil refinery we found down there. Now this building here was just an office to observe the rejected slaves walking along the plantation of banana plantains and palms.
Wow, 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 wow.
Any question?
Yes, I really want to know more. So you said there's a is it a pope or a bishop? That's someone who told the pope that
a bishop
told the pope that the black people are being punished by God, and it's fire from hell, smoke from hellfire that is making the
black.
It's making the black people black. Guys, did you hear that? So this is very interesting. It's the first time I'm hearing about it, that we are black because we are being punished by God, and that's why our skin color is black.
That's why the Pope asked that the bishop say that black people should work for white for free, so that God should forgive them for that sin.
Wow.
Working for them, God will have to forgive
them. So black people should work for white people for free, so that God should forgive the sins of the black people, because the black people are being punished by God. Oh my God, this is amazing. And you said when is it the Europeans or the Americans?
The Europeans.
The Europeans. When they come in here, they'll categorize the slaves into 2 categories. So we have the strong
ones, the strong ones, those who are intelligent.
Yes.
If you're not intelligent, you're not strong, they call the type of slave rejected slave. But they're not free.
Okay.
Yes. Those who occupy the plantation based here in Bimbia.
Okay. So we have the strong and intelligent slaves. They were the ones that were taken abroad.
Yes.
And then the rejected slaves, they were not set free. The rejected slaves were not set free. They still stayed here, but they worked in the plantations here in Bimbia. So what kind of plantations do we have? We had banana,
plantains, palms.
Okay, and then
oil refinery.
Okay, we had banana, plantains, we had palms and oil refineries, palm oil. And then the products were being shipped to Europe. And you said you mentioned something about the native or the American Indians.
Yes.
What was that? You were saying something about American Indians.
No, they started the trade with American Indians. The Chicago people was so stubborn.
Okay.
They don't have church to work.
Okay.
They prefer to die than to work.
Yes.
That's why the bishop proposed black people.
Okay. I see. But that was back in Europe.
Yes.
Okay. So they started their main source of labor abroad were American Indians. American Indians. But when they realized that they were very stubborn or not too energetic, then the Pope. The bishop
Joseph Lebois and Bartholomew de la Casa.
Okay, the bishop Joseph Lebois and Bartholomew de la Casa advised them that they should come to Africa where they'll find a lot of energetic men, energetic people, and they can take them abroad to work for them in their industries, plantations, and all the rest abroad. And I guess maybe that accounts for the fact that accounts for the reason why African Americans are very powerful, extremely powerful, because literally they took all the powerful men from here to the west.
This site is so vast, moving from one side to the other is not easy. We finally explored the entire site, and it was an amazing but very emotional experience. To think once upon a time people were treated like animals in this place is just very sad.
Slaves are intelligent slaves, and the rejected one occupy the plantation based in Bimbia, banana plantains and palms, and also the oil refinery. This building here was the oil refinery for palm oil. That's why we also found those pipes. They were using those pipes for the palm oil. So this building also here was a story building. So some of those slaves were also living here. We can also find some of those blocks here. We have here JFK, Ramsef Manas. Normally where the ship was leaving Europe to Africa, the ship was empty. You just have to feed the ship with those blocks so that the ship can have balance. It also uses those blocks for the construction of the building. Look at the blocks there around the building, that pillars. The ship can carry maybe 2,000 slaves. If the ship is empty, cannot make it. That's why they was putting those blocks into the ship. Okay. So the ship can have balance.
So guys, do you hear about this? So these blocks were manufactured all the way in Europe and then brought all the way down here, because I guess when they were coming here, the vessels were empty, and then obviously they'll carry like maybe about 2,000 slaves back to Europe. So for the purpose of balancing, they had to bring these blocks. Obviously, when they brought the blocks here, the bricks here, obviously they wouldn't take it back, and that's how these bricks ended up staying here.
Freedom is coming tomorrow.
Now here we have here a warehouse for recalcitrant slaves. Those recalcitrant slaves were chained around those pillars. Don't look at the pillars. You see? Those slaves were chained like this around those pillars. See? Also look at the chain mark. Normally they were struggling with the chain. That's why we have this. Also by the ratio of Dr. Lisa, sometimes the double slave. See? I mean that the double slave like this. Please.
Okay.
See? Only the strong can survive.
Okay.
The weak died.
The weak died?
Yes. It was so painful.
So literally they'll put the recalcitrant slaves like this. Like this.
It goes round.
And then they'll be trying to go down, round, which is what left these marks that we see.
Yes.
And then sometimes like they'll double the slaves like this, and they put the chains behind them. Wow.
That was not easy.
Oh my God. Okay. Alright. Wow.
And here we have the first door of no return.
This is the first door of no return. Oh Lord.
You see, normally during that period where the tap is up, the water reach right to this level. See, they use a smaller boat down the canoe to transport slaves from here to the island. Normally the ship anchor around the Nico Island. That's it. That's what we call it the first door of no return. We pass through this door. Going.
So the ship literally will anchor there, right?
The ship anchor around the island.
Okay, so what
they use a boat?
Okay, they use a boat.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what's name.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm showing you guys something that is very emotional and very pathetic. So this is the door of no return. This is literally in modern day an embassy. Once you cross this place, you've been given a visa to the West, Europe, America, wherever you're going. So once you get out of here, that's it for you. Usually during high tides, the water mark comes up to the extent where they'll bring boats, and once you get in here, you're getting into the boats, and the boats will transport you down to the ship, and that's where you board the ship that takes you to Europe and America or wherever you're going to the world. So once you leave this place, it's no coming back. It's over. It's goodbye. It's over.
Okay, here we have here the feeding trough. Normally, they actually through food there normally a mixture of what we call have today corn chaff, beans, corn, granite. That's what they were giving to those slaves to eat. To eat also, they have to eat like this because inside them.
Wow.
So this was a plate.
Oh, this was like a plate?
Yes, for them to eat.
So they literally had to,
So
the hands were like this?
yes,
And then they have to eat like this?
so it was not easy. Just as we are doing with cows and pigs.
Just like we're doing with cows and pigs in modern days.
That's why I said earlier that they say we are not humans. That's why they also treat us as animals.
As animals?
Yes.
And the chains are still there?
Yes.
This is unbelievable.
So water.
What about water? Did they give them?
After eating, they also give them water to drink.
So they also put water here and then they just have to.
You see, they also
drink
fighting to eat. They have to fight.
They have to fight to eat.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
So I guess they'll put all of them in a straight line,
Yeah,
and then it has to be survival of the fittest. They have to fight to
Yeah,
eat.
everybody have to fight to eat.
Fight to eat.
Go like that. Boom, boom. See, it was not easy.
Yeah, similar to, you know, modern day animals.
Also by the research of Dr. Lisa, she found that they was taking children, men, women. And here was a story building. Remember the slave master was living here with women slave. Actually, particular area here because here they were so closer to the ocean. Okay. Before the ship anchored around the Nico Island, they started preparing slaves to the ship. Okay. It also sometimes they have to select some women. They abuse of those women till they started fashion. So many women died for rape. Wow. And that's why here also have here the second door of no return. So that little door behind was the second door of no return. Men, women, children pass through that door. Okay. So from here they're going straight to the ship.
Okay. Yes. I see. So we've already seen the first door of no return.
For recalcitrant slaves.
Okay, so that first door of no return that we saw earlier was for recalcitrant slaves.
That's it.
Okay, and then the regular slave or the other slaves now they use this door. And then this is believed to be their house.
Yes.
And then they'll bring the beautiful women, the beautiful slaves as well, beautiful women in here for sexual satisfaction, sexual pleasure, to their satisfaction, and sometimes maybe some of the women were recalcitrant, not wanting to meet with the men, and then which is going to lead to rape. They'll force them into the activities, and some of them died during the activities. All right, so now behind us is the second door of no return. Wow, I'll call it again the second embassy. And once you're there, you get your visa. That's it. In fact, being there is a visa on its own. So we are heading towards the second door of no return.
Oh, see? So this was the second door of no return for women, men, and children who pass through this door. And look at the door.
This is the second door of no return. Once you cross this point, that's it. It's over. Remember, right here, you're still technically home. But once you cross here, bye. Bye. Goodbye. You're not coming back. Door of no return. Wow. And you can look right over there is the seashore. And if you look here, it shows you that that's the exit. That's where the the ships are, or the boat was waiting for them to take them into the ocean, where they'll meet the ships that take them. Right here, I can see the European enslavement ships voyages in transatlantic slavery from Bimbia, Cameroon, with disembarkment in the diaspora. Oh my God.
Look at this area. You see, we have a lot of stone here around this area, but here there's no stone. Actually, they forced those slaves to remove stone in this particular area so that they can have a passage to transport slaves through a boat from here to the island. Normally, the ship anchored around the Nico Island.
The Nico Island.
That name Nico was given by a ship captain called Nicholas.
Okay.
In some of those strong slaves, those who actually caught chin around those pillars, those slaves was kept in that island because they were not used to the water down there. They cannot escape. Okay. So, we found that 150 ships let Bimbia were slaves. Each of those ships arrived with 800 slaves per ship. Many died. Sometimes some also thrown into the water. Those 800 slaves arrived alive.
What? Yeah. Oh my God! Are you hearing that? So they have about 150 ships carrying a minimum of 800 persons. Now, when we talk of 800 persons, we are talking about 800 survivors, not the actual number of people that were taken into the ship, which means that the number could have ranged to 1,000 or 2 or so, whatever. So when they were taking the slaves to Europe or to America or to the Caribbean, the weaker slaves or the weak slaves, the ones that were sick and they realized that their value was limited, they throw them into the water. They didn't make it to the destination or the point of call at the destination. They had to throw them. So you really had to be strong and healthy for you to make it all the way through the transatlantic ocean to the Caribbean, where you'll be taken to the United States. And like he said earlier, if you look at this, there are stones on my right and there are stones on my left. And there are no stones here because the slaves were forced, like he said earlier, the slaves were forced to remove the stones to create a passageway so that the slaves will be sent into the ship, or to create a passageway for the ship to anchor, or the boat, sorry, to create the anchor way for the boat to anchor, and then the slaves were going to get on the boat, and then they were going to be carried to, you said Nico Island, right? Nico Island, yes. Nico Island, where the ship was anchored. Yes. Okay. So I guess because the water is not that deep here, the actual ship that took them across the ocean had to anchor at Nico Island, and literally smaller boats will come in here and then transport slaves. Smaller vessels will come in here and then get them and transport them to the bigger boats. Wow.
Our tour lasted about 2 hours and we finally left the place at about 4 p.m. Bimbia is a place everyone needs to visit, especially African Americans. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching, please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends.